Male grooming is booming. From moisturisers to exfoliators and cleansers, men have never spent more on looking youthful. According to Mintel, the male grooming market in the UK grew by 7% in 2012 and is now worth £590 million. A lot of that growth is thanks to the increasing number of men that moisturise. The male skincare market is now worth £85 million. But it's not just skincare. Mintel says the number of cosmetic surgery procedures carried out on men grew by 37% between 2008 and 2012. More and more men are also undergoing anti-aging cosmetic treatments like fillers and Botox injections, as well as laser treatments and hair transplants. I've come to the private clinic in London's Harley Street to watch a live hair transplant procedure to try and get a sense of just how important it is for a man to have a full head of hair. And does having hair really matter in the workplace? Nick Smith, a 26-year-old retail manager, thinks it does. He started losing his hair when he was just 17 years old. He's already had 2 hair transplants, but they didn't go well, and the lack of regulation in the industry means buyers have to beware because things can go wrong. But that experience didn't put him off having a 3rd procedure.
I'm obviously based in retail. We also do a lot of kind of fashion-based things as well, and the fashion industry itself is a very obviously image-conscious sort of surrounding to be in. I think it's going to inspire a lot more confidence sort of in myself and make me feel a lot better, which will then have a knock-on effect to the other bits and pieces that I need to do career and job-wise.
This procedure can take about 8 to 10 hours and cost around £10,000 to £12,000. Doctors say the increasing number of celebrities that are being open about having this type of work done is boosting demand for the treatment.
On average, we used to do somewhere in the region of 6 surgeries a week, and now I personally do somewhere in the region of 8 to 10 a week. It's capacity, there's no way I can do more. But having said that, my diaries are getting filled up well in advance, whereas previously there was a waiting time of, I say, about 4 weeks. Now it's crept up to somewhere in the region of 16 to 20 weeks.
According to the International Society of Hair Restoration Surgery, the global hair transplant market is up from $1.3 billion in 2008 to $1.9 billion in 2012, an increase of 47.9%. The number of hair transplant procedures around the world has grown too, up 85% between 2004 and 2012. And the market is forecast to continue to grow. But how important are the economics of beauty? And can a better head of hair really improve a man's earning power?
We know that attractive people do better. We know that hair makes you more attractive. I mean, women are more attractive to blokes with a full head of hair than to sort of baldies. But bald is associated with power and high testosterone, so it sort of cuts both ways. It looks like we're prepared to give up a little bit of the attractiveness in terms of hair if we're getting it back in terms of power.
I think having a full head of hair can obviously work in your favour if you have a good hairstyle. Lots of men with a full head of hair don't always have a good hairstyle, which that can make you look maybe out of touch or maybe look really good, in a workplace environment. But I think if you have a shaved head or a cropped head of hair, I think if you feel comfortable and you feel happy with the way you look, that kind of comes over.
Nick Smith says this procedure would improve his chances if he were one day to apply for a job at a new company. But having a hair transplant while trying to climb the career ladder at an existing company is another matter. Colleagues will notice and they will talk.
You really don't want people to know. You really, really don't want people to know about it. There could be another effect. If men feel, this is the argument that women often give for cosmetic surgery, that it makes them feel so much more confident. And I suppose it's conceivable that a man with a full head of hair feels much more confident, and that might help him do a bit better than he otherwise would.
As long as the people he's working with don't already know about it.
Yes, and so they're not going, that's the guy with the hair transplant.
But Nick Smith doesn't really care what people may or may not say about his procedure. He's confident it will improve his life and he doesn't have any regrets.
No, I don't know whether it's just because I'm older now or what, but I'm not worried about, it's for me really. I'm not doing it for other people's approval.
There are still risks involved in an unregulated industry, but these are risks that more and more men seem willing to take. And in an age of male manicures, moisturisers and metrosexuals like David Beckham, men are under more pressure than ever to look young. And it looks like hair transplants are no longer quite as taboo as they once were. Garrahan, Financial Times, Harley Street, London.